Hi, hello, namaskar. Welcome to another episode on the Vince Rishi Show, the final week and the final day of action on the Vince Rishi Show. The only show that brings you up close and personal with some of the finest self made stars who tell you no dream is too far, no success is too difficult to achieve. Wow, what a wonderful journey it has been over the past 6 weeks' time. We've had tremendous pleasure in bringing you some of the finest self-made stars, and the research activity has been quite an interesting aspect to my whole journey in this episode. We definitely get on to the guest for the evening, of course, but before that, thank you personally for everybody who's actually showered a lot of support on our show. I understand that that you guys had a lot of things to actually ponder over during these Corona times, but still, I received tremendous love for this one. So thank you so much. Well, without further ado, so let me quickly try and see if my guest is available. I just had a conversation with my guest, and she seems to be pumped up to actually appear. She's not arrived yet. So meanwhile, we'll just say hi to everybody who's actually joining in. So do post your questions because I will certainly be checking on the comment section in case if there's anything interesting. Randomly, I'll actually pick. So there isn't anything, in a particular sort. So I will quickly be picking things from the comment section. So kindly do share your questions because she's a fantastic artist. She's got so much success in such a short span of time. So this is definitely going to be a wonderful conversation. My guest hasn't arrived yet. So let me just check if she's here. No, she hasn't come yet. Namaskara, Eldrigo, everybody who's saying hi, hello. Manoj, you'll have to send me the. Of course, Mega, there's a lot of questions around that particular topic. Yeah, she's now assisting Shaker Master, so there's definitely going to be some questions around that. Meanwhile, let me just look for the comment which I'm supposed to pin. Manojam Studios, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಳಿಸಿ. Well, wonderful. This is really amazing because, like I said, when we started this show, we certainly didn't think that we'll actually be doing almost close to about 15 episodes. 15 people from different various aspects of life. I mean, they're not particularly from one particular field. Like, I'm a sportsman, so I could have easily brought in a lot of guests from the sporting industry, but I'm so proud of myself that we actually brought in people from different various fields, ranging from art to entertainment to a lot of things actually. Wait a minute, my guest hasn't arrived yet. I don't know if she's probably thought this call has begun or not. I've anyway sent a request. Falguni, if you're just watching me, just check for the request I've just shared with you. So yeah, I was just talking to you about the guests. I mean, we've had a wonderful list of guests. All the guests have been extremely respectful, extremely appreciative of our efforts. So we are thankful to all of the guests who actually made these episodes a huge success. We are certainly crunching a lot of numbers to try and see what penetration we got. Yeah, yes, Seven Kumar. I'm also waiting for Falguni to join. She's got a very busy schedule, I have to tell you. She's so very drenched with a lot of work. Is she here? Hey Falguni, I've just sent you a request. I think you'll have to send me a request. Just check if you've received my request, please. There she is. A lot of fans were asking for you, but glad finally they get to see you now. Just check if there is a request that is available for you, and if not, then you'll probably have to send it to me again. Instagram works on a very dynamic platform, so all of these things we'll have to constantly keep in mind anyways. So yeah, Falguni, so the request should have arrived. Just check. Nope. Let me send it to you. Oh yeah, there she is. Quickly adding her on. She's from the shows of Mangaluru. She's quite an incredible artist. She's a quarterfinalist at B10. There she is. The wonderful Falguni Bagheera. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
How's it
How
going
are
for
you?
your quarantine times?
Busy. You'll not believe it, but busy.
No, I do believe it because of late, I've literally been in your profile in and out a lot of times, and it's been so difficult to actually get hold of you because of all the busy things that you're actually doing during quarantine.
Yeah. So,
You'll have to hold your phone slightly,
do
stable
you want me to
position because
move
it's
them back? Okay, I think this is fine, yeah?
yeah, this is fine. It's slightly blurred though, but it's fine, I think.
Okay.
You can hear me all right, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so your fans have been waiting for quite some time. They were like, "Where's Falguni? Where's Falguni?" For quite some time, they've
Hey,
been
man,
asking
what's
about you.
up?
So you are the quarterfinalist on D10. You're also the winner of ATA Juniors, and of course, you're a finalist on India's Got Talent. You actually participated that one as Ocean Kids, right? You're part of that troupe
Yeah,
called the Ocean Kids,
part
right?
of a team. Yeah.
Wow, fantastic. So, first and foremost, congratulations on a very, very vibrant and a very impactful career so far. I know in short span of time, you've actually soared literally like rock solid. So, tell us about this impactful journey a little bit from your words.
Okay. So what I would like to say is, honestly, none of this was planned.
Mm-hmm,
Like, I never actually thought this would be my line of career. So what
mm-hmm,
exactly has been happening is I truly follow this one saying, go with the flow.
mm-hmm,
So I actually, since the time I've moved to India,
mm-hmm,
I think my first reality show was the India's Got Talent with the team
mm-hmm,
Ocean Kids. So
mm-hmm.
that's when I first, got into that platform where I actually saw those judges live in Mumbai, and I was like, whoa, okay, that was the first reality check. I'm like, okay, I'm here, I'm here. So then that's how it started. And then I finished my college and everything, and then this D happened after my masters.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went with the flow. D and then ATA and then the movies. None of it was planned, trust me. But I love what I'm doing right now. But I'm just going with the flow. As the opportunities have come my way, I've just taken them as it is. That's it.
Oh, fantastic. But I must ask you, there were quite a few celebrities out there on India's Got Talent. I mean, who's who of Bollywood was there? Wasn't that nerve-wracking for you? I mean, to
Oh
literally
my
be there
God,
on stage?
trust me. Yes, I lost my shit. Sorry for using the word, but I really
That's
lost
fine,
my
that's
shit
fine.
when I saw Manish Paul backstage. He was the
Uh-huh.
host of IGT season 4 that time, at that time.
Correct.
So when he said,
Uh-huh.
"Hurry up, you guys are next," I was like, "Oh my God, this guy! I've been seeing him all my life on TV." And then I step onto the stage and I see Karan Johar, I see Kiran Kher, Malaika, and Karina. She was the first
Mm-hmm.
guest, and I was
Correct.
like, "Holy my God, what is happening?" And then the beautiful part was we got like a standing ovation from all the four judges for our first ever performance.
Wow.
So that was like, it took me a lot of, took me so many days to,
Mm-hmm.
take that actually
Mm-hmm.
happened. It's not a dream. But then, yeah,
Well,
then
brilliant.
as time went by, it was fine.
Oh, but you actually made a fantastic impact on that show. I mean, I watched a few episodes of that. Brilliant. I mean, as a group, you guys were top class. But I think that all boils down to something. Of late, the current trend is that Mangaluru is actually producing some brilliant dancers. I mean, it's becoming like a dance factory. Like a lot of talent actually coming through.
You mean Mangalore, yeah?
Correct, correct.
Yes, I can say that. I totally agree with you. Actually, most of the dancers, I can say, the ones that do, the classical, where they represent the gods and everything that we had done, the
Correct,
Eastern
correct.
kind of that and the hip hop, both the
Uh-huh.
versions are like full on. It's like we
Correct,
have a lot of dancers who do like both these varieties here in Mangalore. Obviously,
correct,
because we have beaches and guys practice all those flips and everything over here.
correct, correct,
It's good for them. I mean, it's convenient for them. So we have like a lot of teams
correct.
from here.
Well, but nice. I mean, we are missing the beaches already because we don't have any beaches down here in Bangalore, so we can't even do those. Okay, so you shot for a Konkan album in 2014, didn't you?
Oh God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2014. I mean, I looked at that frame and I was like, okay, where's the video? Where's the video? I kept looking for it actually, but wasn't able to find the video. But I got the frame though.
I was quite chubby back then,
Uh-huh.
but it's okay. I was a kid. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That was, I think, my third year of college or something. I just went to be part of the video, dancing in the background and that kind. That just happened. Within a day, we shot it and that was it. Nothing more about it. So I never really promoted it or anything. It was just, fun for me shooting that
Okay.
album. That was
So
my first ever album song as such. But not as a lead, just, dancing in the background. That's all.
So that was the first time you ever appeared on a screen, like to say, a music video or
That was
something of
after
that sort.
IGT actually. That was after
Oh, that
India's
was
Got
after.
Talent.
Okay.
Just as an album, I guess the first time.
Okay, okay. So that released as well, right?
It
Did I
released,
saw?
yeah, there was a CD actually. I think
Uh-huh.
2014 itself, they released the CD and I have it at home. I've never watched it after that, but I've just watched it once. I'm like, okay.
Well, good. I noticed that, academically also you've done post-graduation in industrial biotechnology.
Yep. So I've done my MSc in Industrial Biotech. That's my master's degree in
How,
Bangalore.
how, I mean, how dance on one side? I mean, I've only met people who are like either good in academics or
Either
they
that or this.
probably, yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
how you were able to manage to do post-graduation?
So
Did you do that
actually,
in Bangalore?
you mean the college?
Yeah.
I studied in Jain University, Bangalore.
Okay, okay. But where was this industrial biotechnology
Bangalore
done?
itself.
Bangalore, right?
Jain University,
Okay.
Bangalore, yeah. It was in,
Okay.
it was like with the Biocon and Biozine
Mm-hmm.
collaboration with that because it is
Mm-hmm.
industrial, right? So yeah, so your question, how I managed. So
Uh-huh.
this started pretty early, like in my career. I mean, while I was doing my school back in Oman, for those
Uh-huh.
of you who do not know, I've done my
Correct.
schooling in Oman. So I've studied in the city called Salalah
Uh-huh.
in Sultanate of Oman. That's the country. So over
Mm-hmm.
there, I used to learn Bharatnatyam
Uh-huh.
professionally under
Uh-huh.
this sir who was Indian. He was the only
Okay.
Indian sir who used to take this Bharatnatyam. So obviously all
Okay.
the Indian students would go to him.
Uh,
So that's how I learned like Bharatanatyam for 10 years over there. So that's
uh-huh.
where, I kind of learned the balance of my academics and dancing and all those, the performances and all the Malayalam and the Karnataka and the Hindi wings that we used to have back there
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
Oman. So I used to like perform for everything and also study at the same time. So I learned how to manage. Then
Uh-huh.
once I came to India to do my college, same thing happened again. The
Okay.
IGT happened. I joined Ocean Kids, and again I had to balance my BSc and my dance classes and shows and everything.
Okay.
Same again after when I did my MSc, same thing happened. I managed.
Okay.
But
Okay.
this D happened after my MSc actually.
Okay. So you put in a lot of hard yards, managing different things at one particular time.
Yeah, multitasking.
Okay, so we will actually pick up a question from the audience, but before that, I have one question to actually ask. We've seen how strong your career has blossomed, especially over the past couple of years' time. It's been quite strong. But who really are the backbone of Falguni? I mean, like if you have to come back home and then if you have to look for support, who are those important people who really remain very strong, rock solid behind you? Also, if you can go back slightly because the frame is leaving a little bit of headspace. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
you'll have to go back. Oh yeah. Or probably
Yeah.
tilt the camera a little more. Yeah, this is works. Yeah, this works.
Okay.
No,
So
slightly.
yeah, your question.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So as far as the support is concerned, primarily my mom, dad.
Mm-hmm.
They've been like supporting me throughout ever since I started dancing in Salala, and my sister, who was
Okay.
like my role model because she's a dancer as well. For those of you who do not know, she's the one who started dancing first in the family. So I'm the younger one. So I used to
Okay.
look up to her and always try to match up and always dance with her. And she's the one who kind of started it, the trend, of dancing and sports and everything in my family. So it's my sister and my mom and dad. And of course, you would be knowing Suhas.
Yes, of course I do.
Yes, so we were dancing together in Mangalore. And he was like a huge support for me during my reality show, actually, during D10, because it wasn't an easy journey. It involved with the law, with me crying to him and crying to my parents like every night, just get me out of this show. I'm done. I can't take it and all that. Every time I, kind of felt low, these are the ones who always told, no, just go forward. It's okay. When you get eliminated, we'll see. Until then, you push yourself. So these are the few people, who actually pushed me really hard.
Okay. I mean, I noticed that, you mentioned your sister quite a few times, but I actually didn't know the fact that she was the one who was the first dancer in your family and then you picked up the baton from there. Also, special thanks to Suhas because had it not been Suhas, I wouldn't have got in touch with you though.
Yes.
So thanks to him.
Again.
Yeah. Okay, there's been a lot of people who's been asking you to talk a few lines in Tulu and of course in Telugu as well, now that you're a star in the Telugu industry.
Okay. Tulu is number one because that's my mother tongue.
Correct.
So here goes. En dada panodu tolutu namaskara puragla encholar puragla quarantine encha pondundo illadu. Wow, I lost I lost the sentence. This is what, even when I talk at home, we speak half Tulu and half English. It's never pure Tulu.
Okay.
And yeah, that's the thing. But I speak Tulu quite fast, as you would have noticed now. It's like
Correct. And
stay safe,
Telugu,
play, enjoy Madi. Oh, that's Kannada. Okay.
Telugu.
Telugu. See, I've been out of Hyderabad for 2 months now, so కొంచెం difficulty ఉంది చెప్పడానికి, కానీ ట్రై చేద్దాం. ఇది కరెక్ట్ కదా?
You got it spot on. Actually, I made a note of something I should ask in Tulu for you, but then I kind of totally forgot. Irna illadu irage enche support mantera. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. Oh, you don't
Correct,
speak
yes.
Tulu, is it?
No, I'm not. I'm from Bangalore. I'm like, that's what I told you.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
perfectly right.
Yeah, I mean, I had to consult a few language specialists to actually do that.
Nice.
Okay, so back to your career now that we've rolled back time to 2014, and of course, we've known how things have actually worked for you from the time you picked up dancing. Now you're assisting Shaker Master, which is like huge. I mean, you've already delivered and you've been part of some real blockbusters. Now, Telugu industry has caught on to you like a very, very strong vibe. So tell me how warm the people of Telugu speaking regions are. And of course, all of those people who's literally been around you during this journey, which has seen success in very short time.
Yeah, this I would completely say yes. The Telugu industry has been really warm to me and quite welcoming, because it's rare that girls who are not Telugites, who work as assistants, because obviously
Correct.
there's a language barrier, and you would need what is that? You would need Telugu actually to converse and to get your point through. But that
Correct.
was not the case when I joined. It was quite easy for me because Shaker Master used to talk to me in English, and I used to talk to them. He managed it so well with me because he knew he has to handle me and handle the artists as well.
Correct.
Because I have come from the reality show background, directly into this movie background, into the movies. So for me, it was like half of the people knew me already, not the artists, of course. Few of them who watched the show, they know. But the art department and the sound department, they kind of know me because they've seen me on TV. So
Correct.
for me, they've always been like, oh, wow, now you're working here. Oh, that's really great. Your work is nice. And they've appreciated like each and everything that I've done. May it be the way I've practiced or the way I've taught. And it was so awesome. Such kind of positive vibes from every set that I've been to kind of pushed me to work harder in the next set. I should work better than what I did for the previous song. So that's why. And Shaker Master, this is the thing that he follows. Every song should be like it's your first song. That's what he says. So he works that hard, like as if it's his first song in his career, you can imagine. So while your sir is working so hard, the assistants automatically learn it.
Definitely.
So I've learned like everything from him, literally.
Definitely. And his energy is also very infectious. Like, I've seen you perform. That was quite tough to maintain the same level of energy all throughout.
And I can say perfection. He's a perfectionist. So you cannot lose your patience. Like after one shot, you'll be like, sir, this is good. He'll be like, no, you watch the monitor, you see. Are you satisfied? Then I'll be like, no. He's like, okay, it's not a problem. They'll not be pissed off with you. Go and tell them, give one more take. Then I'll go to the actors. I'll tell them, sir, ma'am, one more, please. So sir's like, always go forward and tell them, because the final output is what they watch. So that time nobody's going to ask, why didn't you ask us to do a retake? So I learned all. Okay, be bold and go forward and talk. It's okay. That's your job. So all that I learned from sir.
Correct. But this association is actually blossoming into something really, really nice. We send the best energies to you. Let's quickly pick up. Meanwhile, they're telling that, you are a lot more closer to your phone. So you'll probably have to go back. There's a little bit of headspace in the frame. So you probably have to tilt your camera slightly. Probably downwards a little. Downwards, yeah. This is perfect. This is perfect. I don't want to disappoint your fans because I know at the end of it, I'm probably going to get very badly from them. So let me just quickly see if there's any question around your career. Why Pandu calling you Lavayav?
Why Pandu what?
Why Pandu calling you Lavayav? Somebody's asked.
Oh.
Soma Kalyan, yeah.
So I'll answer that.
Yeah.
So Pandu has this habit of always seeing if, keeping a watch on girls, especially if they've put on or if they've lost weight. So he's like the first one to come and tell, hey, you put on. Hey, you've lost weight. Oh, he's never said you've lost weight. He'll only say, hey, you put on, man. You put on. What happened? You put on. So that's why he kept, kept telling me that I've put on throughout one particular rehearsal. And then that that's what I told Shaker Master, and that came out on the show. Openly to the camera, that happened, like a huge skit, and I was like, okay, great.
But
That's
that
what
was
happened.
very funny. That is very funny. I actually watched
Thanks,
that
really
one.
good.
Yeah, with the host also trying to imitate you and then doing extra bit of
It's
actions
funny
on it.
because of him. Pradeep sir is like the USP of
Correct.
this show, of every show
Correct.
that he hosts, because he's so spontaneous, you know, like you would have seen it. He's
Correct.
crazy spontaneous. Any show
Correct.
that he hosts, he's like, he kills it.
Definitely,
With his energy.
definitely. We've loved watching all of those episodes. Now let's come down all the way from Hyderabad to Karnataka now. You've been a part of Chandan Shetty's Mure Muru Pegige song, and of course, you've also collaborated for the Fire song as well. I mean, you did a little bit of dance cover on the Fire song as well
Ah,
with
yeah,
Suhas, didn't you?
exactly.
Yeah. So tell us more about it, because until we connected the dots, it was very difficult to identify. Okay, Falguni is there in the frame. We totally missed it. How did we miss it, guys?
Yeah. So I would like to talk about that. Okay. So this happened when I was in my final year of MSc in Bangalore, my last semester. So that's when Suhas came to me and he's like, there's this singer called Chandan Shetty. I was not into Kannada rap that time, obviously, because I was still
Okay.
learning the language. An album, the song is quite catchy. So would you like to be a part of this album? So I was like, what do I have to do? He's like, you dance and make it lively, that's all. So I was like, okay, cool. I didn't mind. Then what actually happened after I went to the set was, you would have seen in the video, the second
Okay.
day it was like the focus was on me suddenly.
Yeah.
Because Anita Ray, the actress, she did not come the second day, and all those shots
Okay.
that were saved for her, Chandan Shetty is like, why don't we do it with this girl? Because she's got
Okay.
her hair is flying all over through the video. It's very nice. So why don't we just use her? So I was like, oh, okay, what? No, kiska kya jata hai karke I came, and then I never knew the output would be like that, and the song would go so viral in Bangalore, and everybody would actually recognize me. And I never thought. I just thought it's an album, you know, kitna jayega. Then it went so viral. Because of
Correct.
that video is actually the reason why Cat Master, my choreographer in U10,
Correct.
he watched me on that video, and then he approached us to ask me
Okay.
if I would like to be his contestant. So I was like, cool. Judging me based on that music album, okay, cool, no issue. And then I said yes to Cat. That's how T10 happened, through that.
Correct. Wow. I mean, see, even Destiny is calling. I mean, it actually picks up on some real important points where you wouldn't have even expected an opportunity to come out.
That's why I said, you know, I just go with the flow. Never plan anything. This just kept happening. Everything.
But
One by
the
one.
key to this chapter is that, you know, you managed to juggle two different things. You had your studies and academics everywhere, and then you also did the dance passion bit of it.
Yeah. That's actually, because I'm sorry to say this, but most of the dancers that I know of, they kind of, you know, they don't see the importance of education. Okay, so they actually get into this dance career thinking that, okay, fine, whatever you do in the dance career, however high you reach, you should always have that degree, you know, you should always have a background educational degree or something that you can fall back on if at all you
Correct.
don't click. If at all
Correct.
something happens and your dance career goes for a toss, what do? You know,
Correct.
just for that reason, and also to be I can't say communication skills. Obviously, if you're smart enough and you're very social, you'll be able to talk. That's not
Correct.
the thing. But education, just as in a degree, that's it.
Uh,
So I would really, for all these future dancers who actually think, you know, being on reality show is going to get you somewhere. Okay, it might. For, you know, if you at that point of time, if you're lucky and if you have the right opportunity and right people to pull you, then okay, go for
Correct.
it. But if you're not really sure, please don't you know, jeopardize your education for it, because you really need to get a degree first. Be something and then go for it. Don't think that, you know, I'll cross 24, I'll cross 25. Who look at me? Nothing like that. Maintain yourself. When your time comes, you'll go. You become something on screen. You know, do not stop studying for that.
Okay, so you've heard it right. So the lady herself has declared that, you know, it is important to have a fallback option and not just rely on one particular source of dream. So finally, I wanted to ask you this. Was there any decisive moment? I know I mentioned this word yesterday also when I spoke to you, but was there any decisive moment for you where you felt, okay, now dance is something that I can pursue? It can be a strong factor in my life. Was there a particular instance or something of that sort?
Yeah, kind of. So this was after the first song that I did with Shaker Master. Even after my D10 reality show, after my elimination, I still didn't think of taking up that dance as my career, because I actually got going back to Oman and making use of my degree and getting a job back in Muscat or anything, Dubai or anything. So I started applying, or not exactly started applying. I made up my resume and everything, and then this happened. Sir asked me to work with him. The first movie that I did, when behind the scenes and all came out, it was released and the song came out, and I got my first payment as an assistant choreographer. I was like, wow, okay, this is something. I mean, it's not that bad, it's good. And that too, I had the confidence because Shekhar Master is really busy. As long as your choreographer is busy, you get paid well, because he's doing so many songs, right? If he's lazy and if he doesn't give a shit about anything, then obviously you have to look at other sources for your for your income. But then Sir was like working double shifts, morning and night, 2 movies, 2 sets at once. So at that point, I was like, I don't need to do anything. I just have to work hard. That's it. I'll do my job and I'll get a good pay. The money was good and the opportunities were good, and obviously the stars that Sir worked with were all superstars of Telugu. So I had nothing to think. After 1 year in this, no issue. Let me just spend 1 year. It's okay. Let's see what happens next year. This is what happened this year. 2020 just shut down.
Well, these are unprecedented times. Unfortunately, none of us had a clue that this is how it's actually going to be. But had the corona not happened, what would you probably have been working on at this moment?
This year, you mean? Yeah. Oh, we had like huge plans. We had like 4 countries that we were supposed to visit for shoots. Everything was set. Everything. Just when this COVID thing started, it was already decided that we'll be shooting in Italy for Run the movie, Nitin sir and Kirti Suresh. So we already shot the in-house scenes and everything. All the outdoor scenes to be shot in Italy. So everything was done. We were all prepared. Okay, we are traveling June 5th. All visa, my passport is still there, by the way. Everything was sorted and set. We got the visa also. And then, no, we still didn't get the visa, but everything was set, and then this happened. I was like, wow. Okay, then I still thought 2 months probably it'll recover, but no, it got worse. Now outdoor shoots are not going to happen for, I guess, minimum 2 years.
Definitely.
Obviously, because they don't let any film fraternity people inside anymore.
Correct.
Because obviously it's dangerous. One movie set has like 150 people, right?
Easily.
Or in shooting, you can bring it down to 50, 60 people.
Correct.
Including the art department and all. So it's difficult. Not
Somehow television has somehow managed to get some permission to actually shoot. Some shows are getting permission to actually shoot these days. That's what the Karnataka government. The television shows.
Television shows, maybe, but probably they're taking the measures required.
Correct.
I'm not very sure how that works and how you'll be so confident to touch anything anymore, because I have gone paranoid about it, and I don't think I'm stepping out of my house. Even if the lockdown is over, I'm sitting here because it's really scary. Come on. I really
very, very true.
Like how I was before. Ever.
Very true. I mean, this is a humongous propositions. It's so difficult to even think, imagine what our plight would be if the whole country is infected. Okay, very fun. I don't know. This is something I'm sure you've not spoken about it anywhere, I'm sure. Phoenix Market City had a competition and you were contestant number 35, face of the year, Phoenix face of the year.
That was just a lame ass competition, which I don't know why. At that point in time, my MSc had just started and I was so bored in Bangalore. I'm like, okay, why don't I just go for this? Probably something. Nothing. It's a useless competition that I took part in for no reason. I don't know what was I thinking. Mistakes.
No, but what really happened to the competition?
My God, I don't know. Oh, I just remember what picture I had put up. My God, so lame.
Okay, so now all the districts bordering around Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and of course Karnataka, all of these people have strongly identified you as one of their household name. You, Priyanka Shetty, and of course Yashwant Master truly are epitome of the kind of talent what we have in these areas across 2 different states, 3 different states particularly. So tell us, when you guys meet on the set, so what do you actually talk about, and how proud are you that you actually hail from these places?
Yeah, this is nice. So me, Priyanka and me, actually both of us are Mangaloreans. We speak Tulu.
Yeah, I know. Shetty.
Yeah, we speak Tulu, and so we always have something to talk about that nobody else gets, because nobody understands the language. It's like a tribal
Uh,
language.
correct, correct.
So that's one thing that we're really proud of. Two Tulu girls and all that. We're assistant choreographers in the industry. Huh? Just because
Yeah,
nobody else speaks this language.
correct.
But there is Darshini also who is from Bangalore.
Okay.
So she speaks Kannada, and Yashwant, yes, he I think he lives in the border of Hyderabad and
He's from
Karnataka.
Ballari, I think. Yeah.
Yes, some place like that. So
Correct,
he
correct.
speaks Telugu actually at home. They speak Telugu.
Okay.
His mom and dad they speak Telugu. Also, he speaks Kannada. So in D, as you would have seen the history of D, most of the
Correct.
best choreographers are mostly from Bangalore. All
Okay.
Kannadigas when they have actually eaten up the show alive. They come
Okay.
till the finals and lost. Like they fought so hard, and the most innovative ideas and the most awesome groups and amazing props and concepts and all of this is Kannadiga choreographers, Kannada choreographers only mostly have brought it into the Telugu industry,
Okay.
and that's how they're made their mark. They've made their mark there.
Correct. I mean, we can feel very proud of the fact that we've
Yeah.
literally been the conveyor system to all of the good things that's happening in the Telugu film industry, and we're extremely proud of that. Also, another note about Yashwant Master. I mean, he went back to the same school as a chief guest where he actually studied. So that is like a nice little life circle to actually come
Yashwant,
back.
yeah.
It's fantastic, isn't
Even
it?
quite a number of times, I guess, because same city, right? I mean,
Correct.
where he studied, yeah.
Okay, now let's talk about some realistic aspects of reality TV. We've seen a meteoric rise in the number of people taking to dancing ever since Boogie Woogie as a show came in on the screen. I think that has been one of the biggest trendsetters. But what do you make of any chances of any dancer who appears on a reality show? Let's say probably somebody who goes beyond the quarterfinal stage, and then what really transpires after that for a dancer?
Yeah, as I said before, it kind of depends on, at what time is this happening, what point of time, and who are the people around you to support. As in the case of Dance Plus, Ramoso has supported
Correct.
everyone who has been in DID as contestants,
Correct.
like Dharmesh and Puneet and Shakti, Salman. He's like literally pulled them up as from contestant position to the judge and then into movies and everything. So it depends. You cannot
Correct.
always click, but then if you have people like that around you who are going to support you, see you for your talent, then go for it if you're very confident that he's going to take you somewhere. Otherwise, sitting and trying, sometimes it might work. Otherwise, you'll just waste your time. So,
Okay.
be confident and be positive. That's all. I can say just be vigilant and look out for someone who can actually help you out, someone who you
Correct.
think is in a good enough position to help you and pull
Correct.
you up. So other than that, yeah.
Now there are various other avenues as well, right? Like you have private albums. You can also do a lot of content for the social media as well through your dancing skills.
Yeah.
Quite a few avenues for people to coming through.
Yeah, that is there.
Correct.
That's right. I completely forgot about that point. Social media is a huge factor over this. Sorry.
Correct. No.
Missing stuff in that, yeah.
Okay, so you featured in a music video of Roy Soul Child, and that had Chris Gale also featuring in that
Oh.
video. Yaar
Oh,
Mera or
yeah.
something, right?
Are yaar.
Are yaar. When was this shot? How did this go?
Again, it was Suhas and Avinash who kind of got this song, and then they're like, Pabu, just be a part of it. Because even Three Peg, Avinash was there, I was there, Suhas was the choreographer. So we thought the trio could work well because it's fun, right?
Correct.
So we just went on to the set without, I did not know those guys at all, the ones who sang, Roy Soul and
Okay.
the other two. So it was an amazing experience. I did not get to see Chris Gale. Most people that I worked with him on the same screen. His shots shot separately,
Separately,
and ours
okay.
is shot separately. But we featured in the same song. So that was
Okay.
nice because it was a very awesome number. It was so catchy, the tune. That's
Correct,
the only reason
correct.
I agreed because it was so cool.
Correct.
So that was
Brilliant.
nice.
Nice. For Falguni, now you're doing a lot of styles with consummate ease. Like you do the classical bit of it, the western bit of it, of course the hip hop. All the demands of the stage, you're able to cater to it really, really well. So, is there a special bit of preparation what you do for each different style, or is it something that naturally you can just pick on things pretty quickly?
Yeah, I can say if you've been learning, this is a myth or not, I don't know. But most of them say this, that if you've learned classical dancing as a kid, as a kid, then it kind of forms the base for all the other forms of dancing, you know. Because once
Correct,
you know
correct.
how to move your body that way, then you can actually inculcate all the styles. But not just classical. Since you're small, since you start practicing, try everything on your own, even if there's somebody not teaching you. Like I learned it from the TV, all this
Correct.
Bollywood dancing and all that. My idols were like Hrithik Roshan and Shahid Kapoor at that time. You know, I used to like,
Okay.
try to do all the hook steps and everything. You know, watching them. So that kind of helped me get out of my shell and you know, try those bold moves. So all you can do is keep practicing in front of a mirror where you can see yourself, and you know, in an empty room where you can just let yourself loose. Try everything. So you'll get to know what you're good at. Once
Okay.
you get to know what you're good at, you can sharpen your skills, you know.
Correct.
And just be open to trying everything. That's all. Some people
Correct.
cannot actually adapt to the two different, you know, opposite sides of the style,
Correct,
like
correct, correct.
classical and hip hop. You know, that always a little bit of that will be there in the body that holds you back.
Correct, correct.
You know,
Yeah,
either
that is
you'll be
true.
still classical or a little bit this thing. But you can just practice. That's all. Keep practicing all the styles, not just one.
Okay. So it's more of adaptability more than anything else, right?
Yes, yes.
Another fun fact I actually got for you. You did a choreography for a New Horizon school in Indiranagar some time ago. Did you?
Choreography for, sorry?
For a school in Indiranagar, Bangalore.
Indiranagar. Ah, yeah.
New Horizon?
What's the name of NHPS?
New Horizon English School.
New
or
Horizon, yes,
Public
yes, yes.
School.
Wow,
Correct,
see, I remember.
correct.
Short term, I don't remember the New Horizon. Yeah, this happened after I graduated from my master's. So the first
Correct.
6 months after I finished my MSc, I was just taking Zumba classes, and because I was so sick of studying for the last semester that I didn't want to do anything related to science anymore. Okay, so after 7 long years, I got, you know, done with science. So I'm like, let me just dance, let me just take Zumba, teach kids, teach whoever I see. So that's when I got this chance to teach in the school. So I taught high school kids and I taught primary kids, and it was fun. It was amazing.
Now you can only imagine what those kids must be thinking. Oh my God, our teacher is now a superstar.
They message me, you know, such good kids. They still message me, ma'am, what happened to you? Where did you go? My goodness, you're teaching us. Will you come and teach again? I'm like, no, I wish, but I really don't have the liberty to do that anymore because I'll be mobbed, I'm sure.
Correct, correct. Very, very true. But now they can feel very, very proud of the fact that they learned from the best.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
If they've given me that.
Okay, so we've seen the rosy side of you know, all of your success and everything. But does expectations weigh you down sometimes, or you know, or probably a low time, or probably a little bit of failure? Does that really affect you? How does Falguni prepare for those things?
Yeah, as I said, I never touch wood. I never really experienced failure as such ever, because till now, whatever I've thought of doing or whatever has come my way, it's gone good. So failure I can't. But obviously there were these lows when I just became a part of D10, and everybody, all the other contestants flip and jump and do stunts and land on their elbow and on their finger. And I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. If this is what the show demands, then please get me out of it, because I can just do pure dancing. If you would have seen my videos,
Correct.
I don't do stunts.
Correct, correct.
Maximum I can do is one front tour and a cartwheel. That's all. I don't do stunts at all. And huge respect for those who do, because obviously you put your life at risk. I can't do that.
Correct.
Okay, so that's when I thought, you know, I do not belong here. I can't. I just cannot, you know. And all I used to do is after every schedule of D10, I used to come back to Bangalore and cry and tell everybody, please just get me out of this show. It's not made for me. But then obviously, as I said, my parents and my sister and Suhas, of course, they're like, please just don't say this. As long as you're part of the show, you give your best. When they decide to eliminate you, you get eliminated. Before that, just do not be, you know, it'll be like you're covered if you just walk out of the show and say, I can't do it. Why would you say that? And I'm like, yeah, okay, let's see. And then, chalte, I went on till the quarterfinals. I was the quarterfinals. After that, I was eliminated. So I was like, what, 9-10 months of show.
Okay. So you personally don't let those kind of expectations and everything bog you down much. You're just either in it completely or you're like totally out of it.
Yes.
Okay, you're doing a lot of online courses these days for dance students across the globe. And in the middle of the night, I'm like trying to get hold of you, and even then you're like totally busy.
Yeah. Can you imagine? What are the
Yeah.
odds?
So what countries do you actually cater to now? I mean, where are your students from these days? Now that
Where my
online
students
coaching
are
is the
from,
norm.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as of now, I have close to 15 students, I can say,
Mm-hmm.
out of which
Mm-hmm.
four of them are from US,
Mm-hmm.
4 to 5 of them are from US, and there's
Mm-hmm.
one from Melbourne,
Mm-hmm.
one from Canada,
Mm-hmm.
and the remaining from Hyderabad.
They
Oh, there's
must be
nobody
having a
from
ball of
Bangalore and
time.
Hyderabad.
Okay, we'll
Yes,
enroll
yes.
to it then. We'll probably tell people to enroll it to this show then.
Yeah, yeah. Bangalore, come on. Don't you want to learn?
Okay. Will we ever get to see Falguni probably being part of the choreography aspects of Kannada film industry? I mean, is there a possibility or an avenue there in the near future? Is there something that's a reality?
I've thought about this, but I don't really know much people
Mm-hmm.
in the Kannada industry. I've not really been associated with anybody who is an inside hand or who's already an established
Okay.
choreographer in the Kannada
Mm-hmm.
industry. Not yet, but
Mm-hmm.
if I do, I don't mind because obviously I would love because I know Kannada better than Telugu, right? So
How's
I would love to work in a Kannada industry someday.
Okay. Okay. Growing up, did you idolize any particular dancer? Like, wow, this is him. This is it. This is how I wanted to dance. Like, did you have a dancing idol?
Can you just repeat your question once more? I'm so sorry.
Uh, did you have a dancing idol? I mean, growing up, like as a kid or during those first initial days when you picked up dancing, I'm like, this is how I want to dance. And this is the kind of dancer I want to become.
Yeah. A lot. That I've thought all my life. That's all my school life was about. Every time, besides thinking that I'm going to become a doctor, that's what I thought all my life. I'm going to become a cardiologist now. But forget it. I'm shit scared of blood. Now, not going to happen.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
have, I can't. Okay, so other than that dream of mine, the other dream was I want to look like this and I want to, perform this way. I want to be this confident. I want my hair flying this way. And I've always had this sense of, I used to always practice in front of the AC and the mirror, all that. I used to always feel I'm an album song. I don't know why. Maybe it's normal or not, I don't know. But that was part of me growing up.
Okay.
So a little bit of
Problem.
confidence comes from there.
Any dancing personnel who like totally impressed you? You know, we've had Prabhudeva, Shahid Kapoor you mentioned, and of course you must have quite a few idols.
Actresses, you mean?
Anybody whom you like, wow, I want to emulate this person. Like, wow, look at them dance. They're like dancing like water, flowing dance.
This might sound creepy, but while I was growing up, Shahid Kapoor and Hrithik Roshan were the only ones. I never
Mm-hmm.
looked up to any actress. Yeah, of course. Priyanka Chopra, I can't say that she's an ultimate dancer or something, but the way she was, in front of the camera in the Desi Girl song, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But now, as of now, I worship Nora Fateh. She is killing it. I mean, she's
Yes.
like, wow. Any song you give
Yeah.
her, she doesn't let anybody else be seen in the frame. She
Correct.
rules it. She's
Yeah.
amazing. I love her dancing style. I just love her confidence and the way she is. Beautiful.
Yeah, she's easily the hottest dancer we have at the moment for the current generation.
Yes, so hot.
Period. Okay, so we're now at the end of section 1. So we've completed a lot of questions about your career. So now it's time for me to put you in a spot and ask you a few rapid fire questions. So you ready?
Yeah, I'll just give you a heads up that my rapid fire is going to be rapidly slow because I think because I'm singing. Okay.
That is fine. I mean, not
should have
not
come closer to the phone. This is okay,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
yeah. This is fine. This is fine.
okay.
A lot of my questions aren't actually going to make you think much. I'm thinking because these are people you get to meet day in and day out. So that's fine. Your toughest reality show journey, India's Got Talent, D10 or Ata Juniors? Which one of these was your toughest?
D10.
Okay. Things you would love to steal from the following. It can be materialistic or it can be a quality what you would probably like to steal from their personality. Okay. Priyamani.
Who's the first one, sorry?
Priyamani ma'am.
Priyamani,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes.
I think, damn, I'm thinking a lot. I think her laugh. I like her laugh.
Okay.
She's
And
got a very good.
okay, Yashwant Master.
Yashwant, I can say this luck. He's got like
Okay.
a really good luck all the
Okay.
time. Very
Okay.
lucky.
Okay. Shaker Master.
There are so many qualities I want to steal from him. Like there are
One
no figures.
paramount one. One paramount one.
One. I can say a perseverance. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, perseverance,
Um,
hard work.
Tamanna.
Uh, I could say color, but no. Uh, I can say her experience in the industry.
Okay. You posted something saying that, oh, I'm not fair anymore, standing next to her.
Yep, because finally I looked a little darker. All my
Okay.
life, people have been calling me Tamanna. I'm like, really? This is how she is. Hello, you can't say this anymore. Yeah.
Okay. Um, Pradeep Machiraju.
His spontaneity.
Okay. Good answers. If there was ever a film made on Falguni's journey so far, which actress would you want to depict that character?
Does it have to be an actress?
An actor can also, if they can do justice to your life journey, so it's fine.
Because I was gonna answer myself.
Uh-huh. Oh, you're gonna launch yourself. Wow,
Yeah,
producers
I
in
mean,
looking.
I have a very peculiar character and a very, this is in words of Shaker Master, okay? The way he says, the way he talks about me, that I'm very peculiar and, nobody can be me except me. This is what he's told. So,
Okay.
respecting his words, I would like to play my own character someday.
Okay. So any producers, any distributors, if you're watching this, kindly do cast Falguni as Falguni in our own biopic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind.
Okay. So you've now been part of quite a few songs already, super hit songs. If there's one song that will probably hold a very, very special place in your heart, which one would you probably pick?
Uh, okay, I would say Samaja Varagamana.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Any
that
reason
track
you
was
picked that?
a huge hit. Yeah, sorry.
Hmm. Yeah. Any reason why you picked that one? I was asking.
See, the thing is, we shot it in Paris, right?
Hmm.
So the memories that I have when I listen to the audio is like all the streets of Paris, wherever the locations where we shot, and this song echoing through those streets in Paris everywhere we went. That's going to be etched on my mind forever. So first of all, the song is so magical, and the place we
Yeah,
chose to
yeah.
shoot it was even more magical. So that
Correct.
Paris and that song, wonderful combination. So that's going to be very special for me.
And Pooja Hegde from Mangaluru.
Pooja Hegde, oh my God.
From Mangalore.
She is gorgeous. I mean, the funny part being, even me and Pooja used to speak in Tulu, and
Tulu.
nobody used to get it. Literally, Allu Arjun sir was like, "What is that language? Where are you girls from? What is that, Kurgi?" We're like, "No, it's not Kurgi, it's Tulu." He's like, "Tulu? Oh, Mangalore. Okay, okay. Oh, you have your own girl now with whom you can bitch about everybody." And she's like, "Yeah, because nobody follows this language. It's okay. It's okay." It was very awesome. Huh? Someone like her. I mean, she speaks Tulu. It's so cool. She's made us so proud.
Yeah,
She's
yeah, yeah.
like
And
one of the most sought after actress.
yeah, I mean, our choreograph is like literally skyrocketing, so it's brilliant. Actually, you led me into my next question, having mentioned Italy, because I know for a fact that you've traveled on work to Australia, France, and Italy. Now, which amongst these locations literally left you spellbound was my next question, but now I somehow think Italy it is, after you mentioned it.
Yeah, I think Paris.
Hmm.
Paris it
It
is
left you
because
spellbound
Italy,
completely.
yeah, Italy we kind of shot on the streets, mostly the
Hmm.
streets. So we never went to
Hmm.
any, nothing that, okay, Italy is also beautiful, but then Paris we shot in these, locations like Eiffel Tower and Louvre and what is that, what's that called? Arc de Triomphe. Those beautiful locations that we only watch in the movies. So
Hmm.
that is like any day, it would
Hands
leave
down,
me
huh?
spellbound.
Okay. One Kannada hero who you would probably want to match steps with, or probably do choreography for one Kannada hero?
Kannada hero. I don't know how this might sound, but Sudeep.
Okay. Yeah, so Sudeep's fine enough dancer, right? So he's good.
I would love to teach him because he's awesome. He looks awesome.
Okay. Do you feel intimidated by anybody? So, like a big personality has to come in front of you, and then if there's one person who like you are totally intimidated, who would that be?
Uh, I think Pooja Hegde.
You intimidated by her?
Sometimes because she can intimidate anybody, not on
Okay.
purpose, but that's the way
Uh-huh.
she carries herself. So
Okay.
when she enters a room, you would be like, whoa, wow,
Oh,
she's here.
she's got that aura about her.
The way she has an aura about herself and the poise with which she carries herself, the way she talks, and she's amazing. Anybody would be intimidated by her. She's awesome.
Okay. Brilliant. Now, your Facebook page, what you created, has got close to about 17,500 followers now. Do you know
Is
what
it
the
okay?
page rating is now? You don't know?
No, what's it?
Of all the guest pages, what I've actually seen on this show, yours is like 5 out of 5.
Oh.
Everyone's rated you
I've
like
not
top
really
star.
checked on it. How responsible.
No, no, they're most bitten by the content anyway. So I'm sure you wouldn't have really thought about this one. So you've
My
got 5
Insta
on
and
5 on
Facebook
that.
is linked, so I
Hmm.
just it just gets posted
Correct.
on its own. I'm gonna check on it. So, but wow, thank
Okay.
you, thank you, God.
Okay, so that was the rapid fire round. You did brilliantly well. Of course, you took a little bit of time only in stealing things from people. So that is perfectly fine. Some words to everybody who would probably want to, look up to you for motivation, look up to you to be inspired. Your journey, I'm sure, has already touched a few lives. But if somebody would want to, be the Falguni of the future, or probably, backtrack on your footsteps, what would your advice be to them?
Yeah, so I think I already told this on the show already. What my advice
Mm-hmm.
would be: always have a plan B ready.
Mm-hmm.
Always have a plan B. But chase your dreams. It's okay. It's not a crime.
Mm-hmm.
If you are lucky enough and if you're hardworking enough and passionate enough about your work, then you
Mm-hmm.
will obviously reach places. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not that just a very few of them get that chance because, it's, as I said, a matter of time and luck. So just be
Uh-huh.
passionate and be hardworking. You would reach where you want to, but always have a
Mm-hmm.
plan B so that if something doesn't work out, you have something else to do. So do not depend on this
Okay.
content.
Okay. So now I think I can actually talk on behalf of everybody who's actually following you, especially from Namma Karnataka. We would certainly want to see you in the Kannada film industry as soon as possible. If there is a way for us to really connect with the Kannada film industry, we would definitely do that. But this has been amazing, Falguni, for me to really go through your profile and literally try and connect with Suhas. Poor thing, I've actually troubled him so much, I literally have troubled him so
He
much.
is
I must
mostly
thank him.
unavailable. I would say
Yeah.
this on record. Suhas is mostly unavailable. I myself do not get him whenever I need to call him or something. And then I eventually give up, and that's when he calls me back.
He
Sorry, Suhas.
says that is you. You're unavailable. I mean, he drops a text message and then you respond to him after 6 hours.
Yeah, even
That's what
me.
he said. Ah. So it's kind of mutual. Both. No, I mean, both of you are doing a tremendous job. I mean, you guys are really keeping things very, very upbeat. You're part of the young brigade that is totally believing in the mantra of being self-made rather than, really banking on any existing forces to help you out in your careers. To have this kind of a brand as a self-made star is a huge honor for us on the show. Kali, to share your experience as well for having been here on the Vince Rishi show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This is wonderful. Hopefully, you share your experience very soon with all of us on this particular show, and we'll catch up with you very soon.
Yep, surely. Thank you so much for your time, and this has been really fun. I was so stressed thinking how's it gonna go, but it went really smooth. So thank you, and thank you for all your kind words. I'm really touched and obliged. I hope I can keep you all entertained, and once this lockdown is done, I'll work more, whatever, and we'll have new content to talk about it.
Yeah. Next time, I think we will definitely have more content. Well, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll certainly be connecting with you later on. Take care then. Bye.
Bye bye.